Welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum, that's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing today?
Fuck you.
Thank you. For anyone who didn't catch it, 50 subscribers. We released a video, thank you, and we've had another 3 subs since then. So, 100. We're watching Morbius for 24 hours straight. Like, 24 hours straight, we are watching Morbius and Kyle shaving his head.
I'm not shaving my head. You can fuck right off.
Kyle's shaving his head.
No, I know. I know. No. That's I where I draw the line there. I'm doing Morbius for 24 hours. That's literal death to me,
If
as
you
it
shave
is.
your head, I'll shave my head.
Yeah, but you've shaved your head before, but you can hide it. I can't. I can't wear a hat and work. You can because you're outside.
Anyway, thanks for all support. Thanks for all likes, comments, and all that stuff. Yeah, we've done a video. If you want to see our deepest thank you, then go watch that. Also, we did a Dumb Money
Yeah,
review. Check that out as well. But we're coming on to 50 episodes, Kyle, of Movie News. This is episode 47. Either, depending on how many we do this week, we might hit episode 50 this week of Movie News. Wow. Fucking wow. But yeah.
That's a subscriber. That's like nearly a sub each vid, which is.
For every episode
I'll
of
take
Movie
that.
News, we've got like nearly 120 videos on the channel. But that's from cutting stuff out of the main videos and
Oh
making
yeah, it's all the
sure.
clickbait videos you're on about.
Yeah. All them ones and rankings and stuff like that. That you don't get
Yeah, just
involved
get the
with.
viewer count up
Yeah,
a bit. Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah. We
good
still. Do
news.
you know what? Do you know what? We still. Do you know what? If we hit, tell you what, if we don't manage to hit, well, I don't know. We we might do something. We might do something a little extra for 100 views. We had this little video where it was a piss take. It was just a parody we did, right? It might not even be good, but we might whack it in to one of the videos because I think we still have the footage of it, and
I've
it's.
deleted it and
I've deleted it.
I've sent it to you.
I think I downloaded it.
If you downloaded it, we've still got it.
I think we still got it. If not, we'll just do it again because I feel like it'd be pretty
Yeah.
fucking good. It'd just be a little piss take, but we'd make it very clear. But yeah.
Yeah. But Kyle, but.
Yep.
The writer's strike is over. They have both come to a deal that they are happy with, and they are just finalising it now. Shit's getting signed by lawyers. People are working stuff out. They've come to an agreement. The
Shit, I'll
WGA,
take that.
yeah, at least it's not alcohol this time. The WGA, the Writers Guild of America, have said they're actually very happy with the deal they've got. So, seems like the studios have kind of bent it over a little bit for this one. So do you know what that means? Now that stuff's getting written, stuff's getting, not stuff ain't getting made because we still need actors to come back. Actors strike still happening, by the way. That still needs to get resolved.
Resolve.
Completely
Yeah,
different
I
issue.
felt like this. Do you know what? I thought it'd be a bit more like in the news and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I first time me hearing it.
Well, I
Um,
really thought, I really thought the actors would be back to work before the writers. I really thought the actors would get a deal before, but it seems like they've sat down, they've got a deal done. The actors will probably be next. I'm probably saying maybe another month, and we get the actors back. But right now, the writers just finalising it. They're back. They're going to be writing stuff at studios. We're going to be hearing a lot more about the movies we're going to be watching. We're going to hear a lot more about different
Movies and
films.
Beyond saved. That's what you should
Yeah.
title the video. Movies and Beyond saved because literally.
Well, yeah, because when we
Obviously,
first started the channel, we was able to do a video every day and fill this column.
Mhm.
So because there's been no news, and people have been talking about it. Likes people who do movie news and stuff like that I watch. John Campion mentioned it the other day. I know we're both big Campion fans, but
Ambia, love you.
he mentioned it the other day that people are just like making stories off like fucking fake fucking fan art posters that people are making.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But the writers are back, and I'm happy they got a good deal. This is what we wanted.
So what happened with what's the because you know the nitty gritty of it. So obviously, how long was it going on for?
146 days
Fuck
the
me.
writer's strike went on for. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I know it felt like that, but still, it's just like wow. Like they let it go on that long.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh,
That's
that's not good.
that's nearly like half a year of it going on. But it's it's over now. They're happy. The studios have probably got to be happy that they're going to start getting the stuff written again. But yeah, I'm just happy we're going to start hearing about new projects again and actually seeing what's coming down the pipeline. Now Marvel can.
Was can I ask a question with the writer strike? Was that was obviously for every writer in television and movies,
The
wasn't it?
WGA, so the Writers Guild of America, so not authors,
Yeah,
not people for
but
books,
like writers for
writers for
television.
TV, sitcoms, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And a big problem these people had was the streaming aspect of it and the residuals that they wasn't getting because
Yeah.
they were making more money off all the TV shows that were doing reruns on networks than there was for a show that got 10 times a view on a streaming platform because it's hard to quantify how much your view is worth and how much of a percentage you take from that subscription. It's really hard to work out. So I think they've kind of just, you know, the deal, the details of the deal aren't public yet. That's just getting worked out with a lawyer. But when it's public and it gets sent out to the members of the WGA, obviously there's been someone who's been negotiating on behalf of them, the lawyers, and I don't know who, but they'd have made sure they got the best deal for them. And the spokesperson for the WGA is very happy, very happy. So yeah, I'm just glad it means the studios will play ball a little bit because they've been very stubborn from the beginning of the strike. Even with, they were saying at first there was executives saying, "Oh, we'll just starve them out. We'll wait until people start
Yeah, I
losing
remember
houses,"
hearing that.
and it's like,
I remember it got to a point where writers and stuff like that they were working, Uber Eats just to
yeah,
make ends meet. I mean, no disrespect to Uber Eat drivers or anything like that, but it's like these guys are
that's not their
writers.
profession.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
not.
their profession. It's like they're having to do things, get over jobs. Do
They
you know
work
what I
second
mean?
jobs, yeah.
It's a second job essentially. Yeah, yes. But yeah, it is gone on far too long. I, it really for me it taints movies just a tad for me because it's like when you watch something like an easy one here when you watch something like Avengers Endgame, you can tell it was made with a lot of love, a lot of dedication, and the studio interference isn't really there. But then when these movies come out that do clearly have studio interference, a la Spider-Man 3, Toby Spider-Man 3, it really taints that movie for me now because it's like these studio guys are really just like I get it, it is all for money. I'm 100%, I get it. Money does make the world spin. It is just reality. It's a real fact. You can't deny it. But then there's some things that are made with love and have the
Yeah.
passion into it. And,
I
you know,
there's different levels of studio interference. So like I would say
yeah.
Marvel studio interference is good
hmm
from on the Kevin Feige level because he's trying to make sure that stuff's all working together and it's trying to fit his vision for the story he's
Yeah,
trying to
but
tell.
like, but a lot of the time, like
Yeah,
90% of the time,
but
it's not
let's flip the
good.
coin. Warner Brothers studio interference with DC,
Mm,
not so great. But yeah,
mm,
it's over. Um, everyone's happy, it seems. So yeah, actors next. Hopefully it's soon. I think we're going to see it within a month that they'll get a good deal set out. But yeah, don't expect anything to rush back into production just yet. Because obviously we've got no actors, but there will be. It'll be interesting though. We're going to start seeing new things now. We might start to get a sense of what Marvel's new plan is because we know they've been doing a lot of moving stuff around and you know doing a complete revamp from the floor up on their later projects that are coming. They fired both the writers from Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, and that was
Was
apparently
that an
before
actual firing though?
that. Yeah, apparently they let them go before the strike even happened.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, they've been out for a while, it seems. But yeah,
Mm.
anyway, speaking of someone who isn't fired, still Kang. He's still Kang. It's coming out now. It's been reported that Jonathan Majors will still be Kang, even going through his court case. There's been a lot. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it. There's been a lot of evidence lately.
I've not
In
seen anything. Honestly, I'll be completely honest. If it pops up, the thing is, like, I knew we'd end up talking about it because you said this to me a couple episodes ago, and it was when I don't think it was actually on an episode. This was off episode that we were just speaking about the whole Kang, and obviously I'm gonna get into it. I'm not gonna go into it deep, but the Rick and Morty situation as well with the main voice actor who plays Rick and Morty.
well,
Is
we'll get
it?
into that as well today. Justin
We will.
Roiland.
Yeah, we will get into that. But the thing is, when you said to me, it's like he's apparently cleared. And it's like I didn't even fucking know about that. Like
Yeah, no,
who
nobody,
knows
nobody will
about that?
report the. Well, to be right now, Jonathan Majors has not had his court case, but
Yes, no. I'm not
from
saying that.
uh,
Um, but what I'm saying is like we will report that when
yeah,
if someone is clear or someone isn't clear, we will report that. We will report just the fact of oh
guilty, done,
the
yeah, done this, done that.
So we'll give credit where credit's due, and obviously, if Kang, if Jonathan Majors comes back as Kang and he's cleared, then we'll show love for it.
Well,
Um,
it's that's
if not, we will still report it, but we will report it if it's good news. Or
bad news or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, this is coming from insiders, coming from the evidence that they've seen already in court and what has been provided to Marvel Studios itself. Um, they are very confident in keeping Jonathan Majors around as Kang, unless a bombshell comes out at his court case and there's like a video of him like suplexing his ex-girlfriend or something like that, which I don't think there will be. But like everything that's come out has been in his favour, pretty much. And I just want to, people are saying Disney gone woke, Disney gone woke, Marvel gone woke. I just want to applaud him for actually. I wouldn't say standing by this man, but just waiting,
holding on,
just
waiting. Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
until they actually hear something. And now it seems like they're pretty confident that no, he's probably the victim in all of this. People have thought that for a long time. He's maintained his innocence since it happened, like the day after. There's all this evidence that the lawyers were talking about, like right after they said we've got proof. There's all this stuff. But think about all the people that have dropped Majors. You can't. I'm pretty sure it was a U.S. military, U.S. Marines advert. His management team just jumped the gun and dropped him. But I think Disney's kind of learned from their mistakes of what they did with the likes of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and James Gunn.
James Gunn fired him, over jokes. But yeah, have you seen the new CCTV footage, Kyle? Because it's actually quite interesting.
I've not seen it. Like I said, I don't. If I saw it, let's say, because I've got Google alerts on my phone. I try to keep up to date with it just so I'm a bit more alerted and I know what I'm kind of talking about. But when it comes to stuff like this, it's like I want to come into the show and give my first reaction to it
Yeah.
because there's no point having that kind of, people love first reactions. Let's be real, and I'd rather give them that my initial thoughts, but at the same time I do want to give the proper thoughts once I've thought it through. But overall, this has been going on for a long time, so
Yeah, just after Creed came out, wasn't it? Just after
yeah,
Creed 3
it's a
came out.
very
Since
yeah.
before we started the channel. This has been going on.
It's crazy.
So, yeah. But, what do you think this means now for, because we're going to talk about the movie side of it. What do you think this means now for Marvel's plans? That they're pretty determined to keep him as Kang, unless something big happens in the court case.
They're confident. I mean, they should be. I mean, they've set this guy up. They've set this guy up more so than because Gonna go a bit nerdy here with the Marvel side, and we're gonna bounce back on this. You know, we're not gonna disagree. I think we'll very agree on this, and we'll bounce back in a good way. What I mean to say is, when Thanos was obviously the guy in the background, it still felt like Marvel had an idea um of what they want to do, but it was never really planned out. This, on the other hand, with what they're doing now, a modern day Marvel MCU, not Marvel, but MCU, they've got it very planned out on what they want to do. Yeah, I agree, it has felt a little disconnected with some of the movies. I completely understand that. But they've got a set plan. They're gonna this guy's gonna be Kang, this guy's gonna be the biggest bad in all of everything. He needs to be very prominent. He needs to show
Yeah.
you know, not the bad guy in every film, but he needs to have a presence there that Thanos had, but it was very
Yeah.
behind the curtain almost
I
because we
mean,
just got a little bit, but we didn't know what was going on.
yeah, first appeared in 2012 at the end of Avengers in a post-credit scene, and then next scene in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he was in a post-credit scene for Age of Ultron, the fine I'll do it myself one, and then we didn't see him again until what? Infinity War itself.
Hmm. But here's the thing, though. That's what I mean. They're doing it that like people say, "Oh, Marvel are just shitting out movies that are a copy and paste." I get it. You know, a lot of the first Marvel, like a lot of origin stories, they do the trope of, oh, you've got the villain who is a identical copy of the first guy. I mean, Iron Man 1 does that, but I fucking love that film. But Iron Man 1 kind of does that. I think it does it a little bit better, but I think it still does it. Um, and with that being said, it's with this next phase and what they're doing, they're not doing what they did in the first set of phases. It's never gonna beat my fart on.
No, it won't.
Yeah. No. So what I mean to say is, with what they're doing, they've already put Kang as a villain, and you know, there's rumors, there's talks about him appearing as a villain. In which film was it again? Was it Fantastic Four?
Um,
That we reported on it recently. Sorry, just my mind's
Doctor
gone
Strange.
blank.
Doctor
That's it.
Strange
Yeah,
3.
Doctor Strange. Did you see Thanos as the bad guy in Doctor Strange 1?
No.
Did you see Thanos as the bad guy for, let's say, Guardians? He was in it, but yeah, but was he the main bad guy? No, it was Ronan. That's what I'm saying. So they are doing it differently. I get it, and you know, there's no Avenger movie before these big Avenger movies, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. There's no Avengers 1 and 2, but before that, there's no, you
Yeah.
know, it's all it's I feel like it's a bit of a speed on up onto it, and this is why I was really glad then when they were saying they were slowing it down. Um,
Yeah. But it seems like since we've heard the slowing it down, all we've heard about is more projects, though.
no, I think I think they meant. Do you know
Like
what?
spacing it out and taking it
Not,
slow.
no, not just that. I think, in all honesty, it's the Disney Plus shows. They need to space those out.
Yeah.
Those were kind of the issue. The movies, I don't think were at all because you had Eternals, you had Shang-Chi, you had Spider-Man: No Way Home. They felt right. They felt like they were nicely spaced out. I felt like it was really focusing on the Disney Plus shows because they were just
Yeah.
too,
You
you
really
know.
thought Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man were nicely spread out?
No, I'm saying
No,
you
not
didn't.
like that, you freak.
Oh, Jesus
I meant
Christ.
like, because
No, but
that might have been like the shortest period of time where we got the most Marvel content. Because
yeah, but
September, it was September, November, December.
yeah, but let's be honest. Two out of the three were phenomenal. Eternals is probably the only one that is. I don't think Eternals is okay. I don't like it. I hate it. I think it's pretty good.
I
The more
like
I watch it,
Eternals. I
yeah,
like
it
Eternals,
gets better the more I watch it.
and I really like the
Um,
character of Icarus as well. You know,
yeah.
Rich Madden's
Um,
character is amazing.
I'm a bit confused on what they do on the ending of that, but we won't talk about that. That's probably a topic. For me, there's the Marvel shows. They felt very. You know how I feel about the Marvel shows. They just feel a bit too crammed. It feels like they could have been broken down into shorter series, limited series. I feel like, do you know what? In recent memory, all I can remember is Disney Plus Marvel show after Disney Plus Marvel show.
That's fair. We've only had one this year.
We have, but in recent years, I guess. Then I feel like we've
Yeah.
had loads, unnecessary amount of
What,
loads.
3 last year, and then. Well, to be fair, the slowing down has already started because we got so many in 2021. We got 4 last year, and then 2 special presentations. We've only had 2. We're only going to get 2 this year because Echo's now coming out in well, to be fair, we'll get 3. I think What If's coming out around December.
We need to wrap this up. It's been a 20-minute topic, but it's been a good topic though.
No, we did the writer's strike for like 15 minutes, I think, or 10.
Oh shit, yeah.
But yeah, no. Anyway, we'll flip it back to majors. I'm glad Marvel, had faith and waited to see the outcome of this, because for me, he was the best part about Quantum Mania. I don't like what they did with his character, but him as that character was fucking amazing. I love it.
No. I'm gonna disagree with you here. Sorry, I'm gonna disagree. I think what they did with that character and the setup they did for that character was great.
Oh yeah, it was.
I agree with you.
I mean, the end of what
the
they
ending,
decided to do with that
we
character. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are very entwined with the ending on that. I don't think a lot of people know the reason for the ending of that.
But yeah,
it was leaked.
Yeah, obviously, he was
The script was
fantastic in Loki season 1 as well. Jonathan Majors.
I think you were better in that than he was in this.
Yeah,
Just
I think he were better in that as well. But I think he just had. That was an actor in a room with 2 other actors who just got to really chew up the scenery.
Yeah.
And from what we're hearing, and why this report's coming out as well, is because Marvel have actually been talking about Jonathan Majors now, and they were talking about him and saying he's got a pretty big role in Loki season 2.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
So, yeah, all the best to him. I hope his case goes well. And
I mean, if he's guilty, we say the same.
Fuck him. You. If he's innocent, I'm glad Marvel held on. But yeah. Speaking of things from Marvel, I want to hold on to. Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson. One, it's been reported, which I think we kind of guessed this. She's going to be back in Secret Wars. But 2,
really,
there's going to be a secret project that Kevin Feige has mentioned this before, and she is going to be in it. I don't know what she was doing. This was after she sued Disney. Then, because of Black Widow going onto streaming and she didn't get her box office points because they put it into thingy. So she sued Disney. She won, and I believe she accepted an award somewhere or something like that. And Kevin Feige was actually the person who, like when they get someone they know to like introduce them for the award, and go, oh, this is, and he had a really nice speech about Scarlett, and then he mentioned this was back in 2021, by the way. He mentioned, me and Scarlett are working on a secret Marvel project right now, which we can't mention anything about. Which I thought it'd probably be in like more of a producer's role. Maybe she'd be producing a Yelena Black Widow film back then, but obviously now we know Yelena's going to be in Thunderbolts. Apparently,
I'm so down though. I'm sorry, I'm so down for I feel like if they were to do the Black Widow movies in a trilogy, at the very least the trilogy, I feel like it would have been really great as having that Black Widow movie, the first part, and then Yelena is in the sequel, and then in the third one.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do with that, but yeah, no, yeah.
It's but apparently Scarlett's actually going to be in this secret project, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know what they could be doing.
I mean, it could be. Well, the multiverse show they've done? Could be that. That's like the least I'm thinking.
What
I hope
if
it's not just that. Yeah, what if?
they've already got Lake? I think it's Lake Bell.
Hmm.
I think that's a name. Who voices her in animation.
Well, we don't know though, but we don't know because they like realistically, like I think it were Robert Downey Jr. was supposed to do his own character Tony
Yeah, yeah.
in that show, so we don't know yet. But I hope she does come back because Black Widow, I feel like, yeah, she got her own film, but
Too late. Too late.
do you know what? I don't think I disagree with that. I don't think it was too late. I think it was just that the film did so many things wrong
You know, the film
for that
was
character.
you know, not great, but it introduced us some good characters. But yeah, no, it would definitely they definitely did that film too late as well. Though. That should have been the next film right after Civil War.
In timeline wise, yeah, but still, I felt like it could have set up because what that movie did for me was it just felt like a bit of a send off for the Black Widow character, and then it set up Elena as the new Black Widow. That's all it felt like it was doing. It felt like it was just a setup for this new character, and I love Elena. She's great. She's great in Hawkeye.
I think,
I feel
yeah,
like they could have done both really well. They did
yeah,
the Elena stuff well. The Black Widow stuff they didn't do very well. I felt like if both were good, then Black Widow probably would have been like the one of the best movies in the MCU.
Yelena might actually be the most like favored alternative character in the new phases out of
Hmm.
all of them. You know, we've got Kate Bishop, our Hawkeye substitute now. We've got Yelena, our Black Widow substitute. She-Hulk for Hulk. Jane Foster's Thor, you know, who was a derivative character of Chris Hemsworth. Thor, obviously, he's still around. Sam Wilson, Captain America. That's another one. And then we're still waiting to see for Iron Man. Is it going to be Rhodey or Riri Williams? They kind of push into that position. Hopefully, Rhodey. Um, but yeah, even for me being a massive Captain America fan, and I fucking love Sam Wilson as Captain America. I think
Can I
Yelena.
just sorry? Can I just pause there on your comment on obviously Rhodey and Riri Williams? I agree. The suit looked a bit weird and wonky in Black Panther 2. But I feel like Riri Williams, if they actually really push this character and have a really good element to this character, I feel like yeah, this mantle could be passed to
I
her
I
because
enjoyed the character in Black Panther.
I say this because Rhodey is just Rhodey. Like Rhodey's like he could be. I mean, yeah, maybe he is the substitute of the next Iron Man, but at the same time, he don't have to be because we know and love this character. What they did with him in Secret Invasion, it opened some weird doors, and I'm not
Yeah,
sure how I
I
feel
wasn't
about it.
sure about Secret Invasion, but I actually like the position that Rhodey's in.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I like it. It brings a lot of so much story you can tell there.
Just they should just do it. They should just do it because at the end of the day, like it were a ballsy move, wiping out half the universe at the end of like the one of the biggest films, and then it sets up that like ultimate mystery for Endgame of like, oh my god, like what the fuck are they gonna do
Yeah,
here? Like they've killed off all these people. Who's coming back? Who's gonna be saved? Um, yeah, they need to take risks. I feel like with Marvel, they don't take as many risks um, as of late.
yeah. No, but yeah. What was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah. So out of all the characters who are alternatives of the older ones, these newer ones, I'd feel like a lot of people, if you asked them, they'd probably say Yelena's their favourite. Even though I'm a massive Sam Wilson Captain America fan, he's probably my favourite. Then probably Kate Bishop. But yeah,
What
no.
Spider-Man though? What about
Spider
Tom
Man
Holland's
is
Spider-Man?
Spider Man is Spider Man.
Spider-Man is just Spider-Man. Do you know what? I'm happy with that.
And I'll tell you right now, Miles Morales is Spider-Man as well. Just had to get that out there to anger people. Because all them people, Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. Stan Lee's whole point was anyone who puts on that mask can be Spider-Man. Kyle can be Spider-Man. Not likely.
I can do a flip.
I can do
what
a flip.
Can you do? Fall?
I can do a flip.
No, you can't.
Yeah, 100 subscribers, I'll do a flip.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
Right, that's it. That's set. That's locked. If I did this for 50, you do that for 100.
I'll do a flip.
Like, it's got to be in the air, you turn, and you land on your feet.
I know what a flip is, mate.
A trampoline? No, but you'll roll on floor, you roll down your fucking stairs.
I'm a pretty fucking smart guy. I know what a flip is. I can figure it out.
Alright, trampoline assisted, that's fine.
Trampoline assisted, mate. I'll do a double backflip.
Mate, you break the trampoline.
Fuck off. I really feel like we just had talked about the news today. We're just gone completely off topic on most things.
This is a short list. I like this.
Yeah. But Black Widow, do you want to, what type of a role do you think she'll have in Secret Wars? Obviously a multiversal one, if any.
Yeah, we still got Clint Barton around. I feel like that will give him, because I still, for me, with Clint in Hawkeye, he's not really closed the book on.
Well. Callum Ferry right now. Callum Ferry coming in hot. Callum Ferry. So what if we actually get the one from What If, who was one of the Guardians of the Multiverse, and she got dropped off in that reality with Captain America? Right at the end where he drops her off, and he's like, this reality lost her widow, and you see Captain America there fighting Loki's forces on the helicarrier. I want to see the continuation of that universe, actually. That would be pretty fucking badass. And this is actually backs your point up from saying it'll be a Captain America variant. Maybe them two, that Black Widow and that Cap, come from that reality in Secret Wars.
Essentially, yeah. For me, that's a really good theory. I like that. That is... We should really do a what if. When what if comes out, I feel like we should talk about that. We should do some videos on that. I mean, it might be a nice bit of content. Because we like to theorize and go in deep, and we both have different. We
Oh yeah, on form.
But we like to go in depth with things, and we look into it, and we both have different opinions on things. It's like with the Captain America thing. We won't talk about that. It's in the previous video.
Yeah, watch last week's episode. You want to see us argue for 15 minutes?
Yeah, we just fucking like at each other's throats. So okay, that's a good baseline for it. It's got a nice setup. It helps What If be more included.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, obviously you get Captain Carter. I don't feel like that's the Carter from the What If. It's definitely not.
That Carter story's continuing in What If Season 2. Yeah, in fact, it's probably it's going to be the first episode in, apparently.
There we go. I mean, it could. We don't know. It could end up as that, but I don't think it will. I think actually that'd be pretty cool if it was. But again, with your theory of the Black Widow, where they lost a Black Widow, right. I've got something right. This is gonna be a bit of a big topic.
Add summit.
Right. Okay. So Black Widow dies in Endgame.
Fucking hell, Kyle, spoilers.
Why didn't they bring a Black Widow from another universe into that universe to replace that universe? What if the Black Widow we first see in What If Season 1, she's in this new universe now, and then what if she is then brought into the universe she's brought into the universe we're watching on the MCU. Because that's a very big possibility, and I feel like that's a way to bring her character in. But at the same time, it's got to be involved with Clint, because Clint's story is in a bit of a.
Well, we don't talk about Clint. She lost her Clint.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So I feel
kind
like
of
the best.
in a very similar way of
Yeah.
he sacrificed himself and jumped into a pit. Obviously, it was filled with Ultron bots, but yeah, in a very
But
similar
that's what.
way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So with that, it could be a nice little story, like a almost Easter egg ish. If you look into it, it's like, oh, there's a bit of a path here for this character. And so, with that being said, like I said in Hawkeye, with Hawkeye show, I really like the show, but I feel like he has not gotten over Nat being gone
No,
still. I feel like he's accepted that Yelena is now kind of the new Black Widow in a sense. But I still feel like he misses Nat.
yeah,
Um, and I feel like he didn't really get to say goodbye properly. And do you know what? That would be a moment there where Black Widow, another multiverse where she lost her Hawkeye. She probably didn't get. I can't remember what happened in What If. Did she get to say bye to him?
nah, he just fucking jumps into that pit with the arrows, just like
Well, there you go. There you go. That's that. There you go. There's a moment right there
it writes
that they can
itself.
do. It writes itself. Black Widow gets to say goodbye to Hawkeye because she didn't get to say goodbye to him in her universe, and vice versa.
Or maybe they just
That's
get
a
to say
moment
hello
there.
and she stays.
Hmm?
Maybe she just gets to say hello and she stays.
No, I feel like it's a very. I feel like it'd be a goodbye. It needs to be a goodbye. To fit that moment, it needs to be a goodbye.
Yeah. But Secret Project, fuck knows what it is. Sorry. I know you're here for I don't fucking
Could
know.
be a variant. Could be a variant.
Yeah.
Most likely a variant.
Definitely going to be in Secret Wars, though. But speaking of
Variant.
multiversal jumping around, God, these things are just leading into each other today. It's like I do this on purpose. Rick and Morty, we got a new trailer for the 7th season. Seven? 7 seasons of Rick and Morty. I did not think that was possible. Um, but yeah, this new trailer, I'm going to say this right now. I liked what I saw
Visually.
visually. I liked the music they used in the trailer. You know, Ace of Spades goes well with anything. And I'll say this. I thought Morty's voice was 97% accurate. Rick's not so much. Rick's voice, it is Rick, but it sounds like me and Kyle trying to do a Rick. So yeah, I know a lot. It takes a lot of talent to be a voice actor. I couldn't do it. Kyle definitely couldn't do it if I couldn't do it. But yeah, it's the Rick voice just isn't there for me, and it kind of took me off like what was happening in the trailer because I was just listening to the voices. But I'll ask you this. I'll ask you what you thought of the trailer. What did you think of the voices?
Um, Felt like Rick could have been done a little better. I've heard better Rick. I've heard better from other people around the internet. I've heard a little, not better, but a bit more accurate. I don't want to shit on this voice actor, whoever's doing it. I really don't.
It's Robert Downey Jr.
Fucking shit. No, it it's not got that
No, it don't,
Rickness to him.
and it doesn't seem like it's got that improvisation part to
Yeah,
it as well.
it feels very like, oh, I'm supposed to say this at this
Yeah,
time. Um, and I'm gonna disagree with you here. I think Morty sounds even worse.
you you don't like Morty?
I
Show
don't
me
like
the
Morty.
Morty.
I don't like it. I thought I agree with you. I think that Morty would have been the easier one. It's like a lot of more people can do because it's like really high pitching your voice, crackling it a
Yeah,
bit. A lot of people can do the Morty voice. a bit, a bit better. It sounds more like, oh, it's like, oh, jeez, oh, Rick.
Yeah,
You know
don't
what
you
I
go
mean?
for an audition, mate.
But with Rick, it's like, oh yeah, it's like you have to have that tone. You
Yeah.
have to have that, from the get go. And I
Yeah,
feel like,
because Rick sounds like Justin Roiland.
yeah,
It's Justin Roiland with a bit of don't know how to put it, but it is Justin Roiland's voice with a bit of something else in
alcohol
it. Yeah,
insertion. I mean, in the whole, I think he did like, what was it, one of the first episodes? He did it completely drunk, and he was just burping too much.
which became a
But they
part of the
kept it.
character.
Yeah, it came about the character. I mean, it should do. I mean, overall thoughts of the trailer. Um, Visually, it looked interesting. Story-wise, I'm not sure. Because I feel like for me, it's the voices that really carry me along. This is the identity I associate it with, and yeah, visually it does look great. Hats off to the artist. It don't disappoint, but I can't feel like I'm connected to this character now. I feel like I'm a bit disconnected from it. Obviously, there's a bit of like a story thread throughout all the seasons. And yeah, not every episode, not every season has been great, but I kind of, I attach myself to that. It's like saying, um, it's like saying if Toby was Spider-Man and then he got too old for the role, and then it's like what they did with James Bond. But there's a cool theory about that. But with Rick and Morty, it feels very obvious that this is something else. Like, I mean, I don't know how I feel. I will probably watch it.
Well, yeah, because it's Dan Harmon's writing still.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll fully enjoy it. I'll be like, oh, I appreciate it. It's good, but it's not got that thing that clicks with the voice because I connect with these characters with Rick and Morty. It's their voice. It's his voice,
Well, that's it. You can
and
always tell when Justin Roiland pops up in something. You can. That
exactly,
episode of Invincible he did, and he was there, and we was like
exactly.
we
I
both
mean,
looked at each other and was like, "That fucking Justin Roiland." That he's got a very distinct voice, and
the same. We're playing State of Decay on Xbox, and I was like, oh my god, I've got two characters voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who's Spider-Man in the PlayStation games.
yeah,
But yeah, no, that's what I mean. You do like I know I get it. It's animation. It's voice acting. But it still counts for a lot. I know it's not live action. It's not completely changing to someone else, but it kind of is at the same time.
yeah,
It's a weird one. I think the season has the potential to be really great, but yeah, it hurts not having
yeah. Do you think
our
the
Rick
do you think the general going, like general going? Do you think the general audience, like just people who just maybe see it on Channel 4, click it on and just watch it? Do you think they'll realise or
Yeah, but it won't grip them then. I don't think. I feel like this is at the this I might be wrong here. We've seen a lot of crazy shit over the past couple of years. We had the Snyder Cut release. Obviously we've had loads of crazy movie stuff. We had multiversal stuff you know in the movies. They brought back Toby and Andrew in a Spider-Man film. I feel like this has the potential of being like no one's gonna really get on board with this. People are gonna be like, bring back Rick and Morty. I feel like that'll end up being a hashtag, and they'll end up re-releasing the season with Justin Roiland. I know that sounds like it's a bit like far-fetched, but realistically, look at all the stuff that's happened fairly
yeah,
recently. That was far-fetched, and it happened. It's here. It's now.
yeah, I suppose.
So, I mean, that's something that is a potentially going to happen, but I'll watch it. But for me now, I feel like the end of it is the end of season 6, and I do not want to discredit anyone, any of the animation, any of the workers, or anything like that have created this thing, directors, producers, whatever. I don't want to discredit them. I'm sure it's going to be great, but it's just the identity of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's sad to see, especially because he was cleared of all his charges. But I don't think that was the main thing stopping him from coming back to this, because we do know he had a big falling out with Dan Harmon as well.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the other reasons. But I haven't got a segue for this one, but we're gonna go to it. Aquaman 2.
My pussy's wet.
What?
You needed a segment, so
Okay. That's not how that works, Kyle. You know, the segue is, you know, you speak about something at the end of one topic, which leads perfectly into the
I'm pretty
next
sure
one.
I did it before you flipped it.
Yeah, and you
Alright,
just went, my pussy's wet.
pussy's wet. I had to get some of that's water, wet related. I tried, okay? I
Right,
tried.
fair enough. I'll keep producing for now. But Aquaman 2 is having some test screenings, apparently, and a lot of people are walking out with wet pussies.
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell.
um, no. Oh god, this is the bit of the show that nobody's watching because it's right at the end, so we can just do this.
Yeah, nah, fucking look, there's gonna be like a good 2-3 shorts out of this video. Easily.
Oh god.
Yeah, we've got 50 subscribers, like
53.
53. We need to, we need to get, we have a particular sense of humor, me and Colin, and
It's not a good one.
it's not a good one, but I feel like from the shit we've seen, you know, there's loads of stuff out there that I feel like it would appeal to people. So this is us. We talk about movies. We talk about the nitty gritty. Let's get into Aquaman's wet pussy.
Right. So, there's been stories of people walking out of these test screenings for Aquaman 2 and The Lost Kingdom. I am a person who doesn't really believe these stories about test screenings, and I wouldn't have reported on this, but I'm seeing so many people speak about it, and I've watched a couple of videos, read into it myself a little bit, and I say this, I still don't believe test screening stories, because what did we hear about The Flash?
Best Marvel, best
Oh,
Marvel,
fucking
best
hell, you're going to get slated for that, mate.
best comic book movie of all time.
Yes.
Best DC movie. Best DCEU movie. Best way to end the DCEU. The best Flash ever.
Best
You
movie
know.
since The Dark Knight. That's always
Yeah.
fun when the
Yeah.
DC comes out. I can't wait to see. Right, how much money we putting on? We get a review like that for Aquaman 2.
I ain't got any money,
Probably
so.
not, because from what we're hearing, this film is shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really believe these test screening things. I know a lot of it is NDAs. You can't say anything. And I don't think someone would want to go in there and breach a contract like that with a big studio who's got all the power to just go, getting fucking sued now. So, yeah. Apparently a lot of it was to do with Amber Heard as well. A lot of it was to do with the film just being shit. But I'll say this now. I just don't believe this, and I can't believe this, because Aquaman 1 is pretty good, and I don't think James Wan would have... James Wan's pretty talented. I don't think he could have made a film that was unwatchable, like a lot of people are saying.
Tell you what,
And he's frozen in the best way possible.
I'd like to see him in the NCU. Not him. I want to see his direction. I'd like to see him as a director.
Yeah, I love his direction, and whoever his cinematographer is, as well.
Mm-hmm.
The way they move the camera around and the angles they use,
I feel. Do you know what, Callum? I feel like it'd fit the Eternals. You know, if they were getting
Yeah.
someone to direct Eternals 2 and they couldn't bring back the direction for Eternals 1, I feel like he could really he could do something with this. Absolutely, I feel like he'd do a really good job of this.
I don't think
'Cause-
Chloe Zhao would return to Marvel because Kevin Feige said he'd work with her again. Kevin Feige said she is the best director he's worked with,
Mhm.
Chloe Zhao. But I don't think she would want to return to getting all that hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, because with Marvel, with any comic book movie, with these types of films, it's like it's you're in a pit, and if you do something they hate, they'll fucking hate you for it. If you do something they love, they'll absolutely love you for it.
They
There's no
will
middle
love you
ground.
until you do one mistake and that's it.
Mhm.
Look at Taika Waititi. This
Yep.
man single-handedly saved Thor,
Mhm.
and now he is the person who people think will ruin comic book films if he goes near them.
Exactly.
He was just giving people more of the stuff he thought they liked from the first film. That's my opinion on it. But yeah. But let's just. Do you think there has been Aquaman 2 test screenings, and do you think people have been, you know, walking
Can't
out
lie,
as reported?
all I've heard is negativity about it, but the trailer has intrigued me with the whole concept of he saves his brother. It's gonna be a brother on brother adventure, and I mean it's gonna be brother with brother adventure. This ain't no Brokeback Mountain, I
No,
don't think. Um,
I, I didn't even take it like that.
Face did. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's something wrong with brother on brother, but anyways, um,
But not because.
yeah,
Because it's.
yeah,
Yeah. The
yeah.
incest is fine.
Full disclosure, no, it's
Joke.
the other way around. It's a
Joke.
joke. It's a joke. Um, yeah, no, I'm really hoping this film is going to be really good. I think it'll probably be one of the better ones. Because it'll just have that dynamic. It's already got his set villain as
I love Black Manta.
Manta, obviously. So I feel like this will be a nice, not grounded but very gripping story. With Aquaman 1, it just felt like a fun adventure, and it did things pretty good.
With
Um,
explosions interrupting every conversation.
exactly, and I feel like, oh yeah, no, I saw that the other day. But with this, I feel like it'll be a bit more of a just a tied-in story with him, Arthur and his brother. So I'm hoping, like I said, like we say all the time on Movies and Beyond, and everyone should really say it too. We do not wish for any movie to be bad.
No. If
Yep.
every movie was great and good, then life would be
Bliss.
life would be dream. Yeah.
Don't start home and we'll get fucking striked.
Yes, we will. But I think that's going to do us for today, Kyle, because we've been going for nearly an hour. Uh, so
Chunky
yeah,
episode.
I need to cut some videos out of this. Might cut some shots out of it. I might just send the full file over to you, and you can cut some shots out of it. Uh, I
I
know,
can't.
I know
My
that means
video.
work, but
Fuck off.
that's what I say to that. I thought you were just trying to shit yourself on camera then.
Um. Yeah. No. Anyways, Starfield review. That's coming
Yeah,
out
Starfield review
very
is
very
coming.
soon.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for that.
I want you to wait as long as it took from when they announced Starfield to when it released to do your review.
Might do. I want to get it out to people, let them know my thoughts. Just yeah, it's a very big game.
Yeah.
I've got over 3 days in that game.
Fuck off.
What?
3 days.
Over 3 days apparently, yeah.
I've got 7
Look,
hours.
if you look at my save file, it says like over. I'm pretty sure it's 4 days now. But yeah.
Ooh. Right.
And do you know what? Out of all the Bethesda games, I've barely played it. Sorry, do you know what? This is a thing in itself. This blank bit, the blank box.
Oh, you just reminded me actually. Blank box. Have you seen the Continental yet?
No, I'm sorry. No, I haven't. I can't lie. After watching your review, I was a bit like deterred, and not deterred of like I don't want to watch it. I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna jump on it and watch it. I'm just like, I'll watch it when I
I'll
get a
get
chance.
her around to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I will watch it before the next John Wick movie comes out, absolutely. But there's just other things that I'm kind of interested in watching. Sex Education on Netflix, the final season. I've not watched it yet. Apparently, I'm might be watching it a little bit soon. So yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'll watch Continental. I do want to watch it, like I said, but nothing's really pushed me to watch it now. I was very hyped for this. I think I was more hyped than watching, uh, let's say John Wick 3, and John Wick 3 is my favorite film. I
Yeah.
thought they're gonna ruin it with John Wick 3, but it turned out to be my favorite one. And with this, I felt like I was very hyped for it. I was excited. It's doing something a little bit different in the John Wick universe, and I feel like now it's kind of it's not looking good.
No. But that will do us for today. If you're new around here, make sure you press that subscribe button if you want to see Kyle shave his head at 100 subscribers. Because that is what he's going to do. And he says he won't. I'll just pin him down and do it to him. He doesn't have a choice in the matter. Also, like the video. Share the video with your friends, if you've got them, you know. I share my
Yeah, I
videos
know.
with Kyle.
I sh yeah, right. I share my videos
Yeah,
with Callum.
nice.
I did it right.
Yes,
Hey.
nice. Like the video, Kyle struggles to do that sometimes. You'd think he'd want his channel to succeed. But anyway, that's it for today. This has been Movies and Beyond.
Fuck you, Callum.
I am Colonel Callum Cumstain, and that is Kyle Cumstain. At least I'm a colonel.
Yeah, I try to like the videos, but they don't fucking load as soon as I open them.
That's because you're connected to the trains that go past your house on the
Oh
Wi-Fi.
fuck that. Oh fuck, there's another one. Bit of inside joke there.
No, we'll fuck another one.
Oh fuck another one.
No, fuck another one. Oh, you're fucking telling me.
Oh fuck's
Right.
sake. Maybe one day you'll know. Anyways,
Bye, I guess. Just smile and wave, boys.
right, I'm out.
Fuck you.